I am open. I am healing. I am happy. Do you feel you need a daily dose of words of encouragement? Daily affirmations to your email inbox for $10 on Fiverr.com. Just $10 for 30 days. You are open. You are healing. You are happy. I am open. I am healing. I am happy. Do you feel you need a daily dose of words of encouragement? Daily affirmations to your email inbox for $10 on Fiverr.com. Just $10 for 30 days. You are open. You are healing. You are happy. I am open. I am healing. I am happy. Do you feel you need a daily dose of words of encouragement? Daily affirmations to your email inbox for $10 on Fiverr.com. Just $10 for 30 days. You are open. You are healing. You are happy.
In the not-so-distant future, as world factions struggle for dominance, with the Earth on the brink of destruction, the last hope for mankind is a tiny Mars outpost. Who will be the last one standing after the great battle for Mars Outpost? Surviving Tharsis Montes. Available for download today.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. This is your host, Tom Luong from TenOwners.com and TomLuong.net. Those are my two websites. Yeah, so I'm bringing you this morning devotion show as a pre-recorded today. Right now, it's 10 p.m. on Wednesday night, so you'll be seeing this 5 a.m. Thursday morning. The reason why is because I'm finding out that it's easier if I pre-recorded the night before, so when 5 o'clock comes by, I'm still in bed and I can just turn on my phone and watch the show instead of me doing the show at 5 a.m., which takes a lot more energy because I take medication and it knocks me out. So I find this more easier to do. So anyways, welcome. If you're joining me from anywhere in America or anywhere in the Facebook world or YouTube world, It's a 5 a.m. show. Morning devotions for Jesus Christ every day of the year. And today's date is August 17th, 2023. So let's get right into it. August 17 is page 240 on Sarah Young's book called Jesus Calling. If you're following me with this book, I got it at a great price at a thrift store. Like I said before, it's worth way more than what I paid for. So I'm really glad that I found it. And I like to share it with you every day of the year for however long I can do this for. So on page 240 is dated August 17th. And this reading is brought to you, composed by Philippines 2, verses 9 through 11, Psalms 29, verses 11, and Isaiah 43, verse 1. And here we go. Find me in the midst of the maelstrom. Sometimes events whirl around you so quickly that they become a blur. Whisper my name in recognition that I am still with you. Without skipping a beat in the activities that occupy you, you find strength and peace through praying my name. Later, when the happenings have run their course, you can talk with me more fully. Accept each day just as it comes to you. Do not waste your time and energy wishing for a different set of circumstances. Instead, trust me enough to yield to my design and purposes. Remember that nothing can separate you from my loving presence. You are mine. So that is the end of the reading for today. And let me go over it with you. So she starts out by saying, find me in the midst of the maelstrom. A maelstrom is kind of like a big storm. So in life, it's like a big storm or a big circus. And the point is, life is very distracting. But God is asking you to find him in all the distractions out there, the wind and the rain blowing in your face, the waves, rocking the boat back and forth to the point of capsizing almost. He wants you to find him in all of that. That's the point of life. That's why it's so hard to find God and Jesus in the maelstrom. And then she says, sometimes events whirl around you so quickly that they become a blur. Yeah, that's true. All the distractions from the circus and the maelstrom, the wind, the rain, the waves rocking the boat. It's so quickly that everything is a blur. That's very true. You can't keep track of everything in the world. No one person can keep track of this very chaotic world. So she says, whisper my name in recognition that I am still with you. So this is very important. When you pray, you talk to God. But during the big circus and the maelstrom, He wants you to whisper his name in recognition that he's still there with you. He wants you to talk to him like he's in front of you or beside you, living your life with you. That's the whole meaning of walking with God. When you talk to God, you walk with God and you talk to God. So when you whisper his name, you're talking to him. And he wants you to do that, to remember that, to recognize that he's still with you. Because you don't whisper to anybody that's far away. He's standing right next to you or in front of you, looking at you. So when you whisper, he'll hear. And that will let you know, that would let you recognize that he's still with you. She says, without skipping a beat in the activities that occupy you, you find the strength and peace through praying my name. So you have to learn to pray to God in different circumstances. But usually you pray because you're either sick or you need help. But you got to learn to pray even in the good times. Why wait until you're sick or need help to pray to God? You want to talk to him every time of the year. Anytime you can, you want to talk to God. Why wait until you're sick and needing help? Because that could be your last opportunity. You want to get to know God. So you got to start praying to him and talking to him. And then she says, later, when the happenings have run their course, you can talk with me more fully. What that means is you just start the conversation with God during the chaotic events, such as a maelstrom or the big circus, in life, a job, a family, kids, parents. All of that takes up your time and responsibilities. So she says, after all of that has taken its course, when you settle down, you have more time to talk to God. And then you come back and finish the conversation you started many, many years ago. If you're good, you can finish it, after a brief conversation. But maybe you get distracted in life and you got to put it off. And then you go back and remember, oh, I was talking to God about so and so and something, and now I'm gonna go back. Now I'm like 65 years old, retired, and the house is empty, and I'm just here with my husband or wife. Or if your husband or wife has passed away, you're there by yourself. So you spend all day talking to God. I mean, yeah, nobody wants to be by themselves, and God forbid if my spouse, my wife, dies before me. I mean, women usually have a longer lifespan than men, so that's why I said that. But yeah, remember what conversations you start with God. And then when your life has run its course, go back and finish the conversation with God. I don't recommend that because that's waiting many, many years to come back and talk to God to kind of see the outcome of the conversation. You want to talk to God and finish the conversation, find out what to do next as soon as possible. So you don't have to wait 10, 15, 20 years to come back and talk to God. You might forget a lot of things you said. You might forget to even talk to God again altogether. Next, she says, accept each day as it comes to you. Do not waste your time and energy wishing for a different set of circumstances. That's how I live my life now. I live my life and accept my life from day to day as it comes. And I don't waste any time and energy on wishing for a different set of circumstances. Because whatever happened, happened. And I can't change that anymore. But yeah, like I said, I live day to day, week to week, and also paycheck to paycheck at the moment. I don't wish, my life is different or, complain about, my life. I just deal with it. Excuse me. And hope for the best. And then she says, instead trust me enough to yield to my design and purposes. What that means is trust God that He created this world for you. Let me tell you what that means to me. When you look at today's world, you got to realize who built it. Yeah, masonries and bricklayers, construction workers. They built this world today. But they built it based on God's rules, not because they just came up with it. God would give everyone the knowledge and the know-how and the vision to build the world we have today. So as a result, God is the person that built this world. Not any individual person or many or groups or people. Yeah, they did the legwork to physically build a world, but God is the person that has the credit and the responsibility of this world being built the way it is. So she says, trust me enough to yield to my design and purposes. So God says, trust Him to yield to Him, to yield to His design and purposes. So when you see the world that we have today, you kind of have to think, God has a vision. God has a plan. God has a design and a purpose for this world. Everything in this world is built by design and has a purpose. So God is saying, trust him enough to yield to his design and purposes. So yeah, you take a step back and let God show you what he wants to show you in this world. And that's what you see in front of your eyes everywhere you go. The roads, the buildings, the churches, the stadiums, the railroads, the airplanes, the airports, whatever. He wants you to yield to him so he can show you his design and purposes of this world. And the general knowledge of the reason is for us to live a good life on earth and then be exalted or brought to another dimension or world, such as heaven or hell or the magical kingdom. And then she says, remember that nothing can separate you from my loving presence. You are mine. So, yeah, God loves you and is before you. Excuse me. And nothing can separate you from God being before you and loving you. Because he is present with you. Full of love for you. And most of all, you belong to God. He created humanity. Humanity created you finally. So therefore, you belong to God. Anyways, that concludes our morning devotions for today. It's 23 minutes now. So I'm going to end this session, and I'm going to do the symbol of the cross from the Catholic Church. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, this session is ended. And I wish you a blessed day at work or wherever you go. And enjoy your moments with the people around you, your family, your co-workers, your friends. And I will see you back Friday morning. And I'm Tom Luong, your host. Please check out my website, tenors.com and tomluong.net. Please spend a few minutes checking it out. And I will see everyone back here at 5 a.m. on Friday morning. Good night.